gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the first swing of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Williams looking for a man. Complete to the left. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Washington coming to the line with another first down. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Coleman. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Coleman. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And just saw one there on the crossing route.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's McCoby. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll keep it himself. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off! What a play by this defense! And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab. It's Boston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Williams will pass. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They'll go back to the ground. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. It out of the air. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Here comes the field goal unit. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Gonna run it. It's McCoby. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback?
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Boilermakers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Hauls it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looking for room, it's McCoby. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Rides to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Purdue!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And I love it when quarterbacks attack the whole field. Nice job using the sideline. When you attack the middle of the field, those safeties very much get involved. So do the linebackers. You get a lot of one-on-one matchups towards the outside. Nice job throwing it towards the sideline and the receiver making the big play down the field.
Williams looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Evans. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Off play action. Fires deep on the run. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's McCoby. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Connection to the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Oh, they dive up on second and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw again. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They kick it away on fourth down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Try and play action. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter. There he goes! A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Boilermakers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. On the ground, it's McCoby. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's McCoby. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. He'll get rid of it. Got a man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Under fire. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. From the gun, looking for a man. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Got a man, it's Thomas. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. He got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Williams will pass. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. On the move, it's McCoby. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Ross. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Ross. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Got it behind the line. It's Boston. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Off-play action on first down. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. It's complete! He gets it in! Touchdown, Washington!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Fires complete on the crosser. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Ross.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and lead the clock.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Evans. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.